Secret Beach is actually adjacent to Seaforth Beach. You might be confused when you hear 3 different names associated with this area. The actual Seaforth Beach is the main attraction for tourists and tour buses. The very big parking lot is actually dedicated to the Seaforth Beach, the restaurant that is right next to it, and it is also the alternative entry point to walking down towards Boulders Beach. You will park in Seaforth Beach parking lot, and then you will take the little path to the right, which is heading towards Boulders Beach, and you will trundle along. The main landmark is a pair of whale bones, which stands as a kind of arch around a little ice cream and refreshment pop-up. And just after that, to the left, is the gate going down to Water's Edge, and as some divers refer to it, Secret Beach. And you will know pretty quickly why we call it Secret Beach. No matter how many times I enter the gate and then walk down this little pathway, I feel as if I've left the world behind and I've entered into some secret magical world. You really feel as if you've been transported to some other paradise. You come down towards a second gate. Both gates really act as excluders to prevent the penguins from coming up from the water's edge and then moving into unsafe areas. So it's important to close the gates behind you. You come to the second gate, and there you are greeted by the most magical sight. Out in the distance is a very big whitish flat rock, and that's called Arc Rock. You'll probably notice swimmers and sunbathers on the rocks and on this quiet little beach, and that's exactly where you're going to launch from. You strike out from the beach, and initially it's just a very sandy bottomed stretch of water, but within about 20 meters you're going to start noticing rocks, little rocky outcrops with short growth of kelp, and all around that there are going to be some beautiful anemones and starfish, and you will see little dark shy sharks. And then towards the right, there are some quite distinct large boulders in the water. There is a pair of them. Some divers refer to them as salt and pepper because they look like salt and pepper grinders. You're very likely to spot some penguins on the seashore and on the rocks nearby, because you really are a stone's throw away from the breeding colony at Boulders. This is the place where I saw my first 4-toned nudibranchs. I was very excited to see them because firstly, it was in very shallow water. I'd say not more than 1.5 meters depth, and just tucked away in amongst these gorgeous brightly coloured anemones, and they were very different from the nudibranchs I'd seen at Windmill. Twice I've encountered this gorgeous creature at Water's Edge. It's a lesser guitar fish. The first time I was just practicing my breath hold and swimming across the sandy bottom, and we all but swam into each other, giving each other a dreadful fright. The second time I spotted one just resting next to the kelp, so camouflaged. They're very skittish, so they depend on their camouflage to go unnoticed. When they realize they've been spotted, they take off. They're not hanging around. But it's such a beautiful creature and so very alien looking. When the season is right, Water's Edge is also a lovely place to look out for jellyfish. They lure you in with their beauty. This was such a fabulous sighting of a black nudibranch. I absolutely love this image with the nudibranch itself and its rosette of eggs. Water's Edge, or Secret Beach, offers such a satisfying little excursion. There's always something to see, and very close to the seashore. You don't have to do a cross-country event to get to see some very lovely sights.